Metin K00122-831 Fyp project anaerobic digester with PLC control. So this is the whole system. There's the heating system, digester, gas storage, displacement tank. Over here is the panel. You can see it's in, I have hand off and auto, so when it's in auto now at the moment, so I don't have to do anything. The thermocouples measure the temperature in the heating system and in the digester, and based on that they turn it on. The agitator comes on it's programmed at the moment for every 8 hours. So I have so that's an auto, so if I flick over the hand for a sec, I can turn on each part individually, regardless of where it is in the auto program. So that's my pump on, like that. There's water pumping around. There's my isolator switch for my heating element, so if I turn that on, like that, you see it's on now. This is my agitator, you'll hear it going down in a sec. Like that. So, and this push button here knocks off the heating system, so that's pumping the element. Like that, and I can turn it back on like that. There's my e-stop, which turns off everything, and release it then and turn that back on. So it's enhanced. So we'll have a look inside the panel. So there's all the wiring for my push buttons and my lights and so on. And here's my PLC, my FX4AD, my breakers, my contacts, my DIN rails, my isolator, which knocks off the main supply going to the whole thing. So the contactors that's for the heating, that's for the pump, that's for the agitator. There's the power sockets back there. Power comes in through them. When the contactor pulls in, it closes through them, goes out the bottom, through the breakers, and out through the top part, down into my DIN rails, and out to each part on the system. These wires here are for the lights and so on, and they're through the normally open and normally closed contacts, so that when the lights are on, it definitely means the contactor is in. There's my PLC for there's my inputs, such as the push buttons and the water displacement sensors. There's the outputs which go and energize the contacts. This is the FX4AD, which measures the thermocouple. It measures the change in temperature, and it gives out a voltage on it. It's through the resistors there. The way it's configured gives it in resistors, makes it turns current into voltage. So we close this. So I have isolator switches on all the main parts: the heating system, the pump, the agitator, and this is just to allow me for my own protection if I want to check something, that I can turn it off and no fear of it coming on. So if we look inside the heating system, where the element is, so we can see this is the element here, heating up the water. This is the thermocouple, which measures the temperature inside the tank, and that's 70. Once that gets to 70 degrees, it knocks off the element. So at the moment it must be above 70 degrees because it's off on the auto. Put that back on. This is the digester tank. You see it's heavily insulated with different layers of insulation. So that's the fiberglass that's wrapped around it, and that's held together with wire. This plastic just keeping it secure to the tank, and this foil then that's more insulation again. And I had put this on top of the lid as well, just to try and trap any heat that might go out through the top of the tank. There's the motor for the agitator, and there's the breaker for it. And you can see here there's the pulleys and so on for it, and the belt. And there's my pump, which is on, pumping the water around. If you're going along here, we can see this is the overflow, because the digester is continuous. I change it not every day, which is the right thing, but I don't have time, so about twice a week I do this. So what I have to do first of all is empty out some of it from the overflow, and the top here then I put some more back in through here. And this is the thermocouple, which measures the temperature inside the tank. At the moment it's set for 36 degrees, so when it goes below that, it turns on the heating system and the pump and pumps around to get it back up to that temperature. There's my pipe which the gas goes out of. Inside the tank at the moment is pig slurry and grass, and it's been going now for the last days, about 5-6 days, and I think it's the best feedstock that I've used out of all the different ones I've used. So if we go over here,